reflection of, and now in the horror movies, I seen the trailer where they had somebody looking in the mirror, and then they walked away from the mirror, but the person in the mirror was still standing there like this. So that happened to you, you got a problem. Right?
Yeah.
Now, essentially, this is what we want to do. That's very easy, isn't it? Now, let's take words. Let's take a word and do the reverse. Like your name. Who wants to put their name and get their number? What's your name?
Philip.
Philip. You got one of them names. Philip. So now, this is how you do your name. You write your name out. Am I spelling it right, Phil?
Another L.
Huh?
Another L.
Another L. Double L. Oh, shit. Philip. Right? Now, this is what you do. You localize the phonemes. You don't trade letter for letter. Abandon that. You go with the sound. Sound. His name is Philip. The sound is F. It's the sounds that I hear. I hear L. I hear a connection between the L and the P. So I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put the yod to supplement your I. And then I'm gonna put at the end, I'm gonna put the P. Interesting. The P and F are the same in language. You're supposed to know how to use it in accordance to when you see it. Like if somebody writes, like, what's this word right here? If you follow, right? If you follow, then I what? Lead. But if I put what that say? Lead paint. It's lead paint?
Lead.
Oh, how the hell you calling it lead now? Just a minute ago you said it was lead. You know, in language, that's why the ancients never need consonants. The ancients never needed consonants. Consonants were only used by people who did not know the language. See? When you see Hebrew with dots and stuff around it, written by people that did not know the language, it wasn't theirs. That comes from what is called the Masoretic text. The Masoretic text used the indentations for grammar to give non-speakers of the language an ability to use it effectively. Okay? Now, you see instances in the text where it says, use words like nakash, and in some instances the same word means copper or it means serpent. Now when they say that the pillars were composed of nakash, they saying that the pillars were bronze pillars, right? But when they say the serpent, they call him nakash. Same word, different connotation. See, you gotta, that's why you can't possibly let anyone tell you that they know the language. You have to take it upon yourself to challenge the language on your very own. Those of you who are into law, who go to the brothers Amara's law class, seek to do so, remember that the Kabbalist is the legal people of the highest order. Because law is a spiritual practice. Law is only for the spiritual-minded artisan. The white boy is getting up there, going to school and passing the bar and all that stupidity. He does all that for nothing. To get there to help you sell yourself out. Right? When a true legal strategist, he interprets any problem, and this is one of the most foremost scholars on Kabbalah, Moses Cordova, likened a legal problem to a nut. You ever seen a nut that's in a shell? Mm-hmm. Right? And he's saying that to get to the essence of a thing, you must shatter the outside of the shell. And a part of shattering a thing is, when you're in the legal battle, is to break away everything that don't have nothing to do with the point. Because they try to oversaturate your mind with a bunch of superfluous bullshit that don't have nothing to do with nothing. It's charged. Might cut off. So what happens is, essentially, is it still recording? Okay. So essentially, what we had in the form of a problem in a nut, we break, and this is where you get all of the symbols in the ancient text. They always liken a problem with going through a maze or a garden. They call it the garden of pomegranates or the paradise. The paradise, the word paradise is where they get the word paradise from. The paradise is composed of 4 other terms which describe the 4 levels. I'll describe this in depth. We're now planning, for anyone that's like really serious, Monday, we're going to do 2 workshops. True Master's going to do a workshop on debt. What is it, credit repair, G? Credit repair. And I'm going to do a talisman making workshop, showing people how to use spirit, geometry, and encapsulate in the image. Your image is everything. An image of your magical intent in order for you to be able to make things right. So if you're interested, the workshop is going to be, my workshop is going to be $30. It's going to be 2 hours, and you're going to leave with a full comprehensive knowledge of the system of talisman making. Now, it's $30 only in Chicago because I was born here, so anybody see it on tape. It's not $30 in New York. It's more. Okay, so it's more. M-O-O-R. Right? So now, for more information on that, my telephone number is 718-506-4518 if you want this class. You want it before we leave, trust me. It's going to be small, not a lot of people. It's going to be more intimate, and we can share, open up these books and show people how to use them. I had 2 brothers tell me that they got the book, but I don't know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to learn how to use this book, learn how to use, this is another critical book needed in our study. This here. This is your interlineal Bible, Hebrew, Greek, English. Anybody ever ask you anything about what something say in the Bible, you need this. You can go right to the word itself. The Hebrew word is right under it, and it has the strongest notation where you can go to the strongest concordance, find out how many times the word was used, its root, everything, its gender, and all that. So you need this book, very important. Now, when we're speaking about the circle, okay. Let me go back to this and then segue into that. Let me go back into changing this brother's name into his number. Now, Philip. Now, this is what we do. The F automatically becomes the P. The L is the Lamed, the Y, of course, then the P. So this is how his name will look in Hebrew. In Hebrew, it would be this. Now, very important. His name in the anglicized version of it, and this is what we've been doing for years. We've been taking P is this letter, H is this letter, that one, and adding up stuff. That's a real form of Kabbalah. It's a real form. It's called the shit. I said it on my first tape. It's the I'll tell you later. When you do it in English, we've been taught that from the nation and from the father. In Supreme Mathematics, you put the letter A, 1, B, 2, like that. Kabbalah has basically the same system, but it goes all the way from 1 to 9, then to 10, then it goes into 20, 30, 40, right? All the way to 900. Okay, now, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters in the anglicized language, right? Nature, this is how you know English is not yours, just the sounds belong to you. Nature chooses to get to her point using the shortest distance. She don't make shit too advanced. To get to the point, she's not going to go all the way over there just to come around. The fact that you got to use all that stuff is an indication of Caucasian retardation. The fact that they got to use so many letters, so many things, so much science and facts to validate their reality is an indication that they don't have one. They're creating a paradigm. One, where is this a soup of facts? Facts ain't nothing. Facts ain't nothing. They just sitting there in a warehouse waiting for you to make them into truth. That's all the fact is. Right? That's all the fact is. Any Geminis here? No Geminis? They are all about the facts.
I share a planet, Mercury.
Oh, okay. You a Virgo?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. Not now, though. Saturn is in Virgo for 2 years, 2.5 years. It's kicking their ass. Don't tell no Virgo to come pick you up at a certain time. Father Time, they are not operating with time as you and I know time right now. It's either a gift or a curse for them, depending on their level of information. But Saturn, whenever Saturn just got out of Leo, it was doing good for Leos. Leos was high, riding high off the hog. As soon as it came out, about six months ago, every Leo I know was meeting a new challenge. A new challenge. So now, our brother has reduced his anglicized name from 7 letters into 4. Now, what does he have in 4 letters? A tetragrammaton. Very good. Very important. 4-letter names are tetragrammaton. So now, let's get his numeric equivalency. Now, he has, very interesting, he has a sulfite letter in his name. Now, the sulfites are the ones that I have colored blue. You don't see the sulfites until you get here. The sulfites, there are 5 of them. 5 plus 22 is what?
27.
That's why it's 27 letters, because there are 5 endings of 5 particular letters in the 22. So whenever they appear in the end of a word, they have an end form. The appropriate end form for this letter should be like this, minus that. The end form for K is right here. But now check it out. End form, same letter, different sign, different number. Same sound, different sound, different symbol, different number if it appears at the end of the word. You know Hebrew go this way, right? Right. Okay. So now, 80, Lamed is 30, do the math, Yod, 10, and your final. Whenever you have a sulfite as a final, your name has 2 numbers. 2 numbers. Because this sulfite is either 80 or 100. So let's do the math. Let's get the brothers both his numbers. 80 plus 30 is what?
110.
Plus 10 is what? Hello? Okay, plus 80 is what? 200. So Philip equals 200 if we make the final feet equal 80. Now let's make it equal 800. 800 plus 10, 30, 80 is what? 120? 920. So you got two numbers, please, bro. 200 and 920. All right? Now, what does this mean? How can I take it to another level? Now, we just made Philip equal 200. Right? Now, Philip can create another alternate word, call it his secret name, don't tell none of y'all about it, consecrate, do a ritual to it, and evoke it anytime that he so chooses to utilize it. Right? Philip could take that secret name, turn it, transfer it back into his number, give you a card with 200 flowers on it. It's 200 flowers for you. 200 flowers. And you think it's 200 flowers. Oh, this is nice, 200 flowers. But you don't know, in his astral theosophy, in his paradigm, in his corner, his slice of the astral world, he has created his own meaning and significance to the number. Therefore, you, unbeknownst to yourself, you have it and don't know that you are now operating with that onus. So I always tell people, they be wearing this. We wear so many symbols, don't even know it. What is that? Well, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it?
Like symbol.
What is it? Ain't nobody said what it was. Everybody said what they perceive it to be. See? Right?
It's a symbol for the goddess Nike.
Thank
what
you.
It is.
Thank you. And these are her wings. These are her wings. These are her wings. See? Hyperdimensionally, if I wear a sneaker that's called the Air Force One, and the President of the United States flies in a plane called the Air Force One, if we venerate Air Force One, love it, keep them shits clean, that cracker in that airplane ain't never gonna crash.
Will be protected forever today.
Forever and a day, because magically they have attenuated, created a connection, hyperdimensional connections. They're created by placing a symbol in one place and placing it in another. They'll put a symbol on a bomb before they drop it on the populace and the people. The white boys get right on the bomb and write shit on it, put stickers on it, and drop it. It's called, in quantum physics, it's called scalar self-similarity. Is the scientific term for as above, so below. They use scalar technology. They showed you in that movie, Iron Man. No, was it Hancock? They showed you scalar technology when the cracker put the heart on the moon. Wasn't that? What was that? Hitchcock?
Yeah,
Hancock. He put the heart in the form of a target on the moon, creating a synergistic connection. Whenever you look at it, you create a connection between planetary energy and celestial energy. You know what I'm saying? So now, here we go, Philip. Any
Brother Rashid.
yes, sir. And hold on, one more thing. How auspicious that all of the gods of our three major religions all have something similar in their names. What is it? What is the similarity between the gods of the three major religions that we love so much? What is their similarity? That's how I know they're the same God.
Well, all of them have a resurrection story.
All have a resurrection story. What else?
God.
Well, Allah don't have one.
Yeah, they do. Over Africa, there's a resurrection story from Muhammad.
Okay.
He's on seventh heaven and is returned at a point in time.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's attenuated to Muhammad. The creators all share similarity. What is it?
Fear.
What? I'll show you right now, Jack. It's so simple. Because they need certain things in order to be. You need an element in this world to be. You got to be perfect in this world. In this world, the world of manifestation exists within the context of division. You could not interpret light or anything else unless it disperses itself evenly. Evenly. They created the world, our cosmology says, the world was created in what?
6 days.
6 days?
Yeah.
6 days because 1,
It's a day of rest.
2, 3 are all the divisors of 6, the equal divisors. Then when we add up all of its equal divisors, we get back the reciprocal value. 3 numbers do this under 1,000. 6, 28. Thus we have the 28, 14 worlds, 2 worlds paralleling each other, Dogon cosmology. Then we have 28 letters in the first chapter and verse of the Torah, right? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the Hebrew is 28 letters. The first word is 6 letters. Then the other word, 496, is the third perfect number under 1,000. Very interesting, 496 equals the word Malkut. You see the root MLK. See the root MLK? That's why they killed MLK, because he was the king. He was a Hermetic person. You kill the king, you kill the king of the people. The reason why we created monarchies is because and this is a Kushite motif. We created having a king in the center of the populace because he is the representation of God on earth. Whatever he receives because he is of noble bloodline is cosmic influx. So we used to have a science where we would maintain and protect jealously with swords and everything the morphogenic field, which recapitulates the genetic recapitulation of the species. The morphogenic field is the shapes of things. You can augment the shapes of things with food. Food has charges in it, right? The charge can make you be huge or extremely small, like you need a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? With the charge in the food. Foods that are refined have been stripped of the charge. They are augmenting now your morphogenic field. The planet maintains 5 fingers on a hand, right? Blades of grass grow with the ratio of 1. Fruit-bearing trees grow to a 2-3. Everything has their specific limits. They all function under divine law, which is all predicated from her, Zodiacus, and down with her influxes. And when you change and alter that, you're not in cosmic alignment. There is no rise, there is no change, there's no evolution. Okay? So now, when we put a king in the middle of the populace, whatever happens to him happens to the people. So if the king gets upgrades, the people get upgrades. That's why we did that. If the king gets a genetic upgrade, if he's in direct communication with cosmic influence because his blood has never been tampered with, because our people jealously fought for it not to be, right? He is the current. So now, Do you understand Rastafari? You understand that? You understand that? Do you understand why Rastafari and that whole movement of having a king embody God is an extension of Commission science? I go on YouTube the other day, there's some Hebrew Israelites, right? The most ignorant niggas on the planet, right? Niggas can't read no Hebrew. Because if they did read Hebrew, they know that none of them niggas in the book really exist. Silly. If you really know it. You know that nobody in the book exists, right? You don't know how to communicate, so you don't know language. You're up there yelling at the top of your lungs. Everywhere I go, the niggas is the same. Read! And they read in English some bullshit that don't have nothing to do with nothing. Right? Challenge yourself and get into the language and challenge these niggas to tell us what it's really saying. They don't know. They don't know. So now, what is the relationship between Elohim, Jehovah, and Allah? Here is Elohim. This is how you always remember how to spell Elohim. All you got to do is remember how to spell three things. Two things. L and water. L is light, meaning power, strength, and Yaum means water. So light and water is Elohim. That's why he created the heavens and earth. Hello? Okay? What's connecting that though? They're connected by a feature in language. The he acts in language as an and. So Elohim is really saying water or strength and water. And that's why they mention him 32 times in the first chapter of Genesis. His name ain't Jehovah. Jehovah, we don't get that name until chapter 2, verse 4. Which denotes a circumstance. More physical than anything. It's Elohim, light and water, operating. You usually see, yes, the Elohim, Jehovah Elohim. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Elohim. Elohim is how they say it. Yahweh Elohim. It's just denoting, Yahweh is your four senses. Your four senses. Your seeing, your smelling, your hearing, and your taste. It's Yahweh. These components create the fifth sense, which is called quintessence, the quintessential part. The reason why the word quintessence has the root in it, quint, is because quint means five. The quintessence of a thing is the middle of four. It's what four things do together, creates the essence of a something. The quintessence of something is the point on the top of the pyramid. How many sides on the pyramid? Four. No, it ain't. It's five. It sits on the thing.
Five.
The quintessence of a thing. See? Now, we have
Fifth is a capstone.
Elohim, and his name equals two things. 86, right? Or 646. That's Elohim. 86 or 646. Now Yahweh is how you spell Yahweh. Yahweh. Vowel. E. 10 plus 5 is what? 10 plus 5 is what? 6 plus 6 plus 5? 26. Hold on. Now what the hell? Elohim equals 86. Yahweh equals 26. Okay, Allah. Let's see Allah. Here goes this pimp. Allah's a pimp. Allah. You die for him, you get bitty women. Right? That nigga's a beast. Allah. Allah equals 66. Hello? Elohim equals 86. Yahweh equals 26. And Allah equals 66. What's the relationship? Thank you. What are you worshiping? You're worshiping a freaking cube. You're worshiping a perfect number. You're worshiping a limitation. You're worshiping a limitation. The word for worship in language, the way you got it, where you got the word worship, worship means to make yourself subservient to. The word blessing in language, the word for, who's Muslim in here? Who remember when they used to make the prayer? Who's Muslim? Remember the prayer? You remember hearing the word barakah? Barakah? Barakah means blessing. In language, it means blessing in English. In language, the psychology of a barakah, or to give a blessing, is actually to bend at the knees. Barakah means to bend at the knees, to genuflect, not to, see, they made giving a blessing, like give barakah, they made barakah, actually abused it. Barakah is being subservient, but then they made it like you praying. See how they played you? They said pray, pray. But when you're praying, you're becoming subservient. Pray is a proactive, pray. The root of the word pray. It means first, because pro is first. Pat in language is mouth. Everything that comes through something got to come through a portal, a mouth. The letter P equals 80 in language, and the planetary body associated with P is Mars, and the color red. See, I just gave mad symbols, right? Iron is the element, you know what I'm saying? And blood is the corresponding elemental feature that you possess that attunes itself with the sound pet. So we go like this, pet. That's a sound that's in the universe, but that sound depends on your ability to make it in order for it to exist. See? Portal. The word portal, it's giving you the idea and the concept to localize the intent through the window or the winnowing, the hole, the doorway of something. You know what I mean? So now we have three gods on the three-headed dog, all equaling the number 6 in some form or fashion. So why are we still, not us, why are fundamentally people still stuck? Because they're in the cube, brothers and sisters. They are in the cube. They can't give your children religion because the mind, the bodies are new now. These new bodies are rejecting the religions. These new children know that Jesus is a fucking liar. They know Allah don't exist the way they know it. And they know Yahweh is an awful person that needs you to be scared. So what's the new way that they put Yahweh and all of them and give Allah to your kids? They give it to them like this. Let's do the math. G is what? What's the number for G?
7.
In English.
7.
What's the number for A?
1.
What's the number for M? 13.
13.
What's the number for E?
5.
Add it up. Add this up. Add
26.
7 plus 1 plus 13 plus 5.
26.
26. Now, they call this what? They got your babies playing games, right? But then they went so far as, Mommy, give me a GameCube. Give me the GameCube. The GameCube. Why everybody ain't going, ooh, you don't get it?
Yeah. Stuck in the cube again.
Thank you. You stuck in a digit. That's why they digitize you. That's why your TV is going digital. That's why all your music is digital. Because if I can put my digit in you, I can control your soul. That's why the brothers and sisters in the military can't explain to you why they just digitize their BDUs, their uniforms. They out there fighting. Who had the time to sit down and say, you know, let's do a new fashion twist on the fatigues. Let's digitize them. No, it's to lock them into this realm, the realm of where they playing them games. Now they got them game systems where you can be soldier of fortune, and you're with dudes from all over the world fighting. Now the new technology, the new wars are going to be fought by your children who play the games, and your kids are going to be thinking that they're killing people in the game, but they're going to be actually automated, controlling actual weapons of destruction. It's going to be little nerds sitting in cubicles fighting full-length wars across seas. Trust me, that's your future. You keep sitting your babies in front of them games. A digit is 1/12 of the sun along its horizon. A digit is 1/12 of the sun's rays as it rises upon the horizon. A digit deals with numbers. What you see on the screen when you're watching digital screens, and then they played us. They got even deeper with it. They said we're going to push digital format through plasma. And then to make you want it more, they make it far out of your reach. They make the bullshit ones that no longer is good because they get the watermarks from the, you know, each network has their emblem at the bottom, like CBS and all that. Do you know that if you keep your TV on long enough, say at MTV, and the MTV got the M right there, it will burn, brother, into the actual plasma. When you turn the channel, the emblem is still there. What are they saying, plasma people? You made a plasma. You're watching digits through plasma screens, and the image is embossing itself directly into your plasma. Plasma means blood. Right? Now, you want to know what DVD is, go to the Book of Kings. DVD ain't nothing but Dawood or David. They show you the DVD symbol is like this, something like this. Right? D, something like this, right?
Right.
See it? Ain't nothing but D, B, and a D, which ain't nothing but dollar, vowel, dollar, right? Now this, I know this is true because this is the symbolisms behind each letter. Dollar is what? Who's studying? Dollar means door. What is the vowel? It means a nail or a peg. What do you do with a nail or a peg? You connect something together. It's used in language. When you see the N is equals 6. The vowel from the sound oo, or Yahuwah, or Yahweh, or the Vay, the Yahweh, or the Yahweh equals 6. And it means nail or peg. So they're connecting one door to the other. Hello? Door to door. Through 6. Hello? Hello? How do I get to you? How do I get to you? How do I get in you? Through your blood. Your blood is a crystal. Because it's a liquid lattice, liquid or water conforms to 6 sides. They conform to at a 140 or 40 degree angle. They all, the hydrogen, two hydrogen, 1 oxygen, they coalesce. That's why when snowflakes fall, they're 6-sided. Because the water molecule is 6. You're 6. So why not make a God that's 6? To attune him to you. But you don't know that when you pray, you act as a channel for the entity that they've created, that you created entities to house within it the concentration of your force and intentions. You understand? You created it. You understand? You created it. You created it, and you act as like when they told you that they're gonna make a movie called called, when they're gonna make a movie called Brokeback Mountain. I said, Brokeback Mountain? I said, now, where are we going with this? I'm thinking, why do we need a gay movie right now? Right? Like, why is the gay movie in Hollywood like this? Like, why are they about to get Academy Award for this? Right? It was in the Word. They was preparing your ass for Barack with the Brokeback Mountain movie. Because it's all a play on names, sounds, and words. They was preparing you for Obama with Osama. That's how they play. This shit ain't no joke. For real. Okay? The game cue. You keep the babies playing games. They worshiping Yahweh. Yahweh is a man of war. Thus says the book of Exodus. And the secret to Yahweh is fear. Okay? What are we doing? So tomorrow, I'm going to do a question and answer now. And tomorrow, to give you a sneak peek, tomorrow we're going to deal with the cameos. The cameos are my intro to Brother True Master selection. Tomorrow I'll briefly describe what is the cameo. The cameo is the magical square. And from the magical square, you build all of your sigils. And we'll speak about what a sigil is tomorrow. All right, with that, we'll do a few questions and answers, and then thank you for your attention. We out of here. All right?
I want to know with Kabbalah, where do you know to switch the K with the Q? Because my name Kelvo, so I want to know how do I spell it with a K or a Q?
Very good question. I'll answer the question like this. There is such thing as called fudging. Fudging is when you push things that might not fit, right, into places that make them fit. You know what I'm saying? So, you got, at your access, you got 3 letters that you can get that K sound out of. 1 equals 8, 1 equals 20, 1 equals 100. The question to you is, which number do you want to use to render your name? You might have a number that attenuates itself to a number that you need to do work with. Therefore, say you have a number in your, say you're trying to get a particular number in your work, and it has an 8 in it. You can't use the Q or the K, you got to use the K. Because that equals 8. It'll fall in the 1 line, and it'll be the 8. So, like a word like 318, or a word like 118, or 218, your K will be there. You know what I'm saying? I hope I answered the question.
You were saying something on one of your DVDs about it's a lot with the chakras and Allah. You go like into that.
All right, and I believe that was my first lecture. I spoke about how the first 7 ayats in the Quran are in the Surah Fatiha. The word Fatiha means opening, to open, opening. Now, when you look at the end, the last letter to each ayat, it begins with either a nun or a mim. Nun or a mim. For instance, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. See? See? Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Malik Yawmuddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Why? Why are they rhyming? Why is it rap? Right? Why are they rapping? Because you wrote it, family. Everything you do, you gotta rhyme it. That's what you're about. That's why they hate you. That's why you represent chaos to a people that can essentially manipulate sound effectively. It took them 30 years to get the goddamn head spin together. Then to watch you do breakdancing and shit for 30 years. We don't even breakdance no more. It's like like we don't make pyramids no more for a reason. Because nigga, we did that. We don't bring theirs no more because we did that. I'm glad you do it. While they doing that, we are living now to occupy a stairway in heaven. That stairway in heaven is a powerful concept. When they say, my Father has prepared many mansions for me, what the hell are they talking about? Central crib. We trying to move out, we ain't trying to move in. So the first 7 ayats symbolize the 7 chakras. When you're opening the Quran, you're reading the Fatiha, you're opening your chakras. There's more than 5 prayers also. If you follow what are called the Sunnah Mu'akkidah, you'll have far more prayers. Might have 7. You know? Depends on which ones you do. Some prayers are silent, some are oral, some prayers are mixed. Some, because sound, the Muslim had it so where he would make certain sounds at certain particular times of the day. Sometimes he wouldn't make no sounds. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, in a nutshell, what the end. And another point to bring up is the fact that the Quran, as we have it in its compiled form, is an innovation of compilation. It wasn't put together in that form until after the death, quote unquote, of the prophet. So it was a conspiracy. Quran was a book. It's like a mixtape made by the best rappers. And they just put it out there and don't tell you who they are. They tell you that it was some mystical shit happened. You know what I mean? And that's how you got it. But if you want to know how to get a Quran, go look at the movie Iron Man. You seen Iron Man? Mm-hmm. In Iron Man, they used the Islamic motif of Prophet Muhammad fleeing the Meccans and running into a cave with Abu Bakr. And in the cave, the angel Jibril came down and washed the Prophet's heart. Went in his chest, pulled his heart out, cleansed it, and put it back in his chest. If that ain't Iron Man, in the cave with Nikola Tesla in the form of an Arab making Tesla coil technology to keep your heart running for 50 years, lifetimes, 50 of course being a number synonymous with serious, right? Everything they're doing is an extension of your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Any more questions?
36 years in the temple of Nigeria. 36 is that the synonymous to the 76? Is that the male or female?
I don't know. It could be. It could be. Sis?
Two parts of that came in the first one is that if you go with the concept of that is feminine, and you really spoke on the need or the actual birthright of the God to have multiple wives, what would be the sanction or the reason that you think that a last wife would do that?
Why what?
What would be the purpose of the feminine entity to give a name or God?
Multiple women? Okay. The reason being, very good question. Because a lot of sisters ask themselves, why would I do that? Right? And the question is, only women do it. Real women. A real woman has, in a sense, self-actualized her purpose. She knows what it is to be a woman and her power and wishes to share it and have that energy plentiful and at the disposal of God, who is the black man. And that takes maturity through cultural understanding and a systematic approach to learning who you are on various levels, frees you of all of the moral bullshit that they direct to women with their feminist bullshit that you're supposed to have one man and he gotta go to work and you can work too. You can go to work and it's just y'all. And another rule to that is that the woman is the one that gives the man the permission. It's actually her science. But a self-actualized woman will only be with a man that has in his actions denoted the fact that he is able to manage not only her, but other sisters as well. You know what I'm saying? So,
On that note, do you believe that there are women in a divine and direct part of the life that also govern and work for men in aspect of
there's an instance where polyandry is acceptable. Polyandry is acceptable in wartime when the men are all relatives and they choose one woman to have their child, which was a cultural practice, which was it's almost gone essentially. And both aspects venerate women. That even venerates her. Where men say, you know what? We're not going out all out. She has genetic markers there that we need. Her parents have shown that they are brilliant in this area, that area. She has the genetic markers that we want to incorporate into our genus. Get at her. It's the only time it's acceptable. But nature defines it. Because nature says that you can only have one baby at a time. If it was meant for you to have men, you'd have a vagina for each of them. You wouldn't have just one. One for one. You can't have but one child at a time. You know what I'm saying? Twins are actually even some twins, in some cultures, they'll throw twins away. What? Twins that you know is lucky. They got some twins, they will throw their ass away. That's an aberration. You know, if you know any twins, they always conflict. They always got some shit going on. Because it's really one person that's just mad that he got to come down here and share this with him. You know what I'm saying? Some twins are bigger than the other. Like they even had a conflict in conception. You know? Right? Got a lot of questions, Mama. It's the last question. Yes, you do. Portals. The portal that we speak of is the one at the end of your nose. The dimensions that we speak of are present. When people talk about interdimensional portals, they're not talking about nothing outside of you and your experience. The interdimensional portal is right there. You have access to it. The physical world is an amalgamation of different layers of like, if you ever seen how they create holograms, they stack layers of glass and lenses and stuff and play with light. That's all this is. So to get to another place, they have our people created mazes. You ever seen the movie Pan's Labyrinth? Right? But this is the thing that you got to understand about a portal. People die at the portal. Like the pyramids and Chichen Itza and all that, when they was taking people up there and cutting their heads off, those people were going through a portal. When people were willing supplicants to their own death, like in the basketball game that the Mayans used to play, the winner of the game gets killed. And they were all playing to win. Hard body. Like, nigga, I'm dying tonight. Don't keep me down here. Right? Those are the access to those portals. Now, if I say I'm a selfish Illuminati lizard cracker that don't want to die because my whole subsistence is predicated on me being here in the physical world, I'll just get you to die with my concept in your mind. Take you down to a portal, because I got them all over the world. I built them all over the world. Right? World Trade Center. I got portals all over. Right? Take your ass down there and I just murk you. And I can send my concept into the astral plane or wherever I so choose. Because your death is when you look at Kim, y'all was getting on boats and going across the celestial waters in the Milky Way. What the hell they was talking about? There's a lot of traveling going on. They're not talking about physical travel. They're talking about the spirit travel. So you want to get to another place, just free yourself from this body. Now the initiation, the training of the initiated, right? You had to prove yourself to be able to die and then come right back into this body. The whole mummification thing was to maintain the body. Because for 3 days, you know, your body has the potassium level in your body at death rises. Potassium is electrical. Automatically, your body prepares itself for the resurrection. If you don't eat chicken. You eat chicken, you fucked up. Alright? Come on, sis. You coming tomorrow? You better. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Being in the clinical field, I guess, too, I guess that we're paying in the conscious for the subconscious state, where when you're mental habits, which is saying they're sacrificing their dollar, their protection into intellectual.
This is how they get their trick. Your visual cortex. See what you're looking at right now? You are giving me access to the Akashic record every time you look at me. Every time you look at me, the eyes is the window to what? The soul. When I look at you, it's going through your visual cortex and directly into mind, cosmic mind. What you look at prior to your departure is what gives your soul its instructions on where it's going to go. Niggas got to stop saying that when they die, they're going to hell. Because we done created hell in the astral realm where your soul is going to go chill. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. And with that, I'm done. I'll speak to you on the side, all right? All right? Thank you, y'all.
That's all the questions?
Till tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day. Good day for us, right?